Some people believe that talent is a gift. Others believe it is a weapon. This is a story about pride, jealousy, and a voice so powerful that when it was stolen, it refused to stay silent. This is the story of Nadine and the echo that broke her world. Everyone in Kingston knew Nadine by her voice. When she stepped onto a club stage, conversations stopped, glasses froze mid-air. Her voice wasn't just singing, it was command. Honey and fire wrapped into one sound. DJs introduced her name like royalty. Crowds screamed before she even sang. After a while, Nadine didn't just enjoy the praise, she needed it. "Nobody sing like me in the whole world," she would say laughing, but believing it more and more every time. Her popularity became her identity, and anyone near her existed only to admire her. But of course they have to. Don't they know I'm a big deal? That was when Marielle entered her life. Marielle was a poor woman, in a way that couldn't be hidden. Her clothes were clean but worn thin. She slept wherever family allowed and worked whatever job came her way. Still, she never missed Nadine's shows. She stood near the stage, clapping harder and cheering louder than everyone else. "You are the greatest," Marielle would say. "God bless your throat. It's a real gift." Nadine loved having her around. Marielle never competed, she never questioned, she never challenged. She carried her bag, she fetched her water. She listened while Nadine complained about jealous singers and fake friends. And Marielle never mentioned that she could sing. Not until the night everything cracked. One night, a show went badly. Poor sound, distracted crowd. Nadine stormed backstage furious. She was even struggling with a sore throat. "Them people no know talent," she snapped. Later that night, during an open mic, the DJ asked if anyone else wanted to sing. Marielle raised her hand. Nadine laughed. "You can't sing?" "Just a little," Marielle said quietly. The music started. Oh, and the room changed. Marielle's voice wasn't loud. It was alive. It carried hunger, pain, hope, and truth. People leaned forward without realizing it. When she finished, the applause didn't roar. It shook. From that night on, the balance shifted. Club owners asked for Marielle. DJs replayed her clips. Social media buzzed. Meanwhile, Nadine's bookings slowed down. "She's still good, but Marielle feel more real." At first, Nadine pretended as though she was happy for Marielle. She would congratulate her and fill her with embraces as she became more confident on the stage. Because in Nadine's mind, she was the only big deal, and there is no way some little poor girl could ever come and surpass her. Praise, the thing Nadine breathed, began to disappear, and instead of reflecting, Nadine chose to destroy. If the world loved Marielle now, Nadine decided, then the world would have to lose her. She gathered the others. Cassia, the bitter backup singer. Owen, the producer Marielle rejected. And Mother Celine, a woman whispered about in clubs and churches alike.
"The signs are clear. We must proceed with caution."
"Voice can't be stolen straight," Celine warned. "But it can be drained, confused, made to forget itself." They didn't touch Marielle's body. They touched everything else. Rumors, sabotage, doubt, and Nadine stayed close, smiling. "Them people love you, you know," she whispered. "But them love no last." Little by little, Marielle's voice emptied. The notes were there, but the truth was gone. On the night of her biggest show, her voice faltered, the crowd murmured, and the magic broke. Marielle cried. Backstage, she was clutching her throat, and Nadine laughed, feeling alive again. Nadine reclaimed the stage, and the bookings returned. But her voice, though louder and flawless, was empty, and the applause sounded thin, like clapping in a tunnel. Marielle had a big fallout with Nadine.
I can't believe you would do this to me. You have no idea what you're talking about. Don't you dare lie to my face.
She somehow knew that this woman had something to do with what took place, but she couldn't quite prove it. She left Kingston quietly. She returned to her rural Jamaican community with one bag and no voice. She went back to a small church with cracked benches and off-key singing. She sat in the back silent. Weeks passed. Then, one Sunday, an elderly woman sat beside her. "You carry something when I belong to you," the old woman said. "I lost my voice," Marielle whispered. "No," the woman replied. "It was tied." They prayed quietly after service. The woman laid a hand on Marielle's throat. "Every hand would take where God give, must loose it." The next Sunday, Marielle stood to sing, and when she opened her mouth, her voice returned, stronger, deeper, free. People wept, the church grew, word spread. Marielle never charged a penny. She sang for restoration. Far away in Kingston, Nadine's stomach suddenly began to swell. The doctors found nothing. It was a complete mystery. She looked pregnant, but she carried no child.
No!
Her voice grew louder and emptier, and people simply stopped coming. "She sing, yeah, but it not reach your soul. She look heavy with something." Nadine stood on shrinking stages, crowned but alone. And in the hills, Marielle lifted her voice, free.
And the mountains echo my soul frame.
Because the moral of the story is simple. What is stolen for pride always comes back as a burden, and what is surrendered in faith returns with power. Why, people, you see this twisted tale here? It's not really a story about singing, It's about how people treat gifts. Some people believe that talent makes them important. Others believe talent makes them responsible. You see, Nadine, she believed her voice was proof that she was better than others. So when praise began to fade, she didn't protect her gift. She protected her own ego. And ego, when threatened, does not create, it destroys. Marielle, on the other hand, she never believed the gift belonged to her. She treated her voice as something borrowed, something sacred. So when it was taken from her, she did not fight with envy or revenge. She returned to humility, and that is the difference. Gifts that are worshipped turned into burdens. Gifts that are surrendered becomes blessings. The story teaches that envy always looks like power at first. It feels clever, strategic, and justified. But envy is debt. You pay for it slowly and with interest. It also teaches that what is stolen spiritually can never be enjoyed physically. Nadine got the stage back but lost the soul behind the sound. The applause returned, but it meant nothing. And finally, this story reminds us that restoration does not come from proving yourself, but from returning to who you were before pride taught you to perform. Some voices fill rooms and some voices heal people, and the world always knows the difference. If you've enjoyed this twisted tale, do not forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and please do tell a friend to tell a friend. Big up yourself. This is your girl Kay. Bye.